Hello everybody, this is Mrs Hill with Tuesday's poetry lesson. It's Tuesday the 26th of January. So here is our top sheet for poetry. You can see that we're going to be making sure we've got capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, question marks, exclamation marks. We talked about how in poetry you might find rhyming words, you might find onomatopoeia, you might also find some alliteration, which is when you've got words which start with the same letter appearing. Don't know if you can remember that onomatopoeia is when words make a noise. So like bang, crash, fizz and hiss might be words that you could use. So the purpose of our unit of writing is we're going to be writing a poem about a storm. So let's move on to our next slide. So I've got some more spellings for you, but I've changed the words today for you to practice. So I've kept pyramid writing and I've also kept silly sentences because I thought you could have a little bit of fun doing those. So I'm going to read you the words and show you the pyramids, and then you can pause the video and have a go at practicing. So we've got children. It takes a lot of space when you write children as a pyramid. Most, which is down here, wild, everybody, and even. So I'm going to hide them all up again, and then you can have a go at practicing just writing the word or challenging yourself to make a silly sentence including the word. Okay, so pause now. Right, how did you get on? Hope you enjoyed your spelling practice. Now, I have got a model poem which we are going to be using as the basis of then writing our own poem during this week. And very kindly, this poem was written by Mr. Moon for us also. I'd like to say thank you for him for helping me to choose a poem which was suitable for all of you to use. So I've got some questions for you to think about. And I'm going to, when I've read it, we'll talk about them. So I wondered if you might talk about what title we could give the poem, what the two verses are describing, and then we're going to use my highlighting pens to see if we can find any ENPs. So let's go. The angry sea crashed against the golden sand. The swirling wind built huge blue waves. The terrified ships pitched on the rough waters. The storm was ferocious. The warm sun rose in the wide blue sky, and the peaceful water slept on the seabed. The gentle breeze soothed the resting ships. The calm was glorious. Okay, so let's consider our first question. What title could we give this poem? So I think an appropriate title would be something like The Storm, because the first verse is describing a storm, and then the second verse is describing the calm afterwards. So that answers this one. So the first verse is the storm, and then the second verse is after a storm. Okay. Let's move this bit of writing down slightly. So then it says, can you spot any ENPs? Now, if you remember, an ENP is an expanded noun phrase, and that means an adjective and then a noun. Okay, so let me get my highlighting pen and we'll have a go at finding them. So there it's on green. So the angry sea, adjective is angry, sea is noun. Golden sand, sand is the noun, golden the adjective. Swirling wind, huge blue waves, terrified ships, rough waters. The storm was ferocious. The warm sun, here's another ENP. Wide blue sky, peaceful water, gentle breeze, and resting ships. There's our ENPs for that one. Okay, let's move on. Now, we're going to have a go at starting to generate some ideas for what it might be like in the storm and in the calm after the storm. So we're going to spend today just thinking about those ENPs, and then tomorrow and Thursday we're going to be building those ENPs into phrases to start to build the verses of our poems. So I've got a video to show you about a storm. Now I thought you might want to just think about your senses and maybe think about what a storm feels like. So what you could see, what you could hear, what you can taste. You might taste a bit of the salt water, what you could feel, maybe what you can smell, I don't know. So I'm going to just pause the video here whilst I get the next video up for you to watch. Okay, so I hope you can see the video now. Okay, so I'm just going to pause again. Okay, so hopefully we're back in the flip chart now. Well, you could certainly hear the wind whipping around. You could see those waves crashing against the rocks. You might have been able to taste some of that salty spray water had it got too near you. Okay, you probably feel quite frightened with all of that storm going on around you. So now on this next page, I've got some images which I thought we could use to just have a go at generating our expanded noun phrases. Remember, an expanded noun phrase is an adjective and a noun. So I've got some that I've prepared underneath the blue boxes. So this first one, I thought we could write bright lightning, heavy dark storm clouds. It's really a moody picture with the lightning crashing and brightening in the sky. Over here, I've got frothy waves and the choppy sea. And then huge waves and fierce waves crashing against the rocks there. Okay, so now we're going to think about the calm after the storm. And I chose these pictures. I had great fun selecting images to choose for this bit. I really liked all of them. I loved this rainbow in the sky here. And this one, the sky still looks quite full of heavy storm clouds, but there's a little bit of sunshine breaking through. I thought this one was really peaceful and tranquil afterwards. So again, we're going to use these images as some inspiration to generate expanded noun phrases. So I've got still water, anchored boat, it's not going anywhere, wet sandy beach, and then the warming sun from behind the clouds, and colourful rainbow and wispy clouds. Obviously, you can choose to write your own expanded noun phrases. These are just suggestions, ideas that I came up with. Okay, so now your job for today is to do this. So, first job is to underline the expanded noun phrases in these sentences using a ruler. So I've copied that first verse from the storm so that you can have a go at identifying the expanded noun phrases within that poem. And if you could practice writing it out in your neatest handwriting and then underlining those phrases. Then I've put 2 gold tasks, and you all need to have a go at doing both of these so that later on in the week you are able to then start to build your poem. So the first one is to write some EMPs to describe the storm. So 3 EMPs to describe the storm, and then 3 EMPs to describe after the storm. So the calm and the storm. Now, as always, we're really looking forward to seeing your wonderful writing ideas on Dojo. So do take care, and I'll have more literacy for you tomorrow. Bye.